Ford believes this vehicle can haul your family, tow your toys, do a little off-roading, and still get good fuel economy. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics, and we're in Portland, Oregon to take a look at the totally redesigned 2020 Ford Explorer. Ford states that this 2020 Explorer is more capable, more powerful, and more spacious than ever before. So let's hear from one of Ford's own to find out a little more.
I'm Craig Patterson. I'm the SUV marketing manager for Ford Motor Company, and this is our all-new 2020 model year Explorer. All new from the ground up on a new flexible architecture that gives us a chance to go to rear-wheel drive. That gives us an opportunity to do what you see here, which is a hybrid. It allows us to do things like an ST version, a sport version that was coming. So this great new architecture also improves the design. You can see the design. We've extended the wheelbase with this architecture. So the overhangs, the front overhangs are shorter. Makes it a much more sleek, athletic design, but still retains all of the Explorer cues. The wraparound windscreen, the strong C-pillar on the side, the angled C-pillar. So it's really a great looking vehicle, still looks like an Explorer, but fully modern on this new architecture.
So let's get back to those engines, as there are quite a few powertrains to choose from. 3 gas-only engines are available, starting with a 2.3-liter turbo inline 4-cylinder that's standard on base, XLT, and limited models. It makes 300 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Next up the ladder is a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 that powers Explorer Platinum and makes 365 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque. Topping the range off is the ST with its 3-liter EcoBoost developed by Ford Performance, making 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. All Explorers are rear-wheel or 4-wheel drive and have 10-speed automatic transmissions. Last but not least, there's the hybrid. I spoke with 2 of Ford's powertrain engineers about that system, and this is what they had to say.
Hi, I'm Scott Slimek. I'm the Vehicle Engineering Manager for the all-new Ford Explorer. So I'm going to take a few minutes and take you through a little bit of our hybrid. If I start just big picture here, the nice thing about knowing early on that we wanted to develop the new Explorer to include a hybrid in the hybrid technologies is we were starting with our all-new rear-wheel drive flexible architecture. And when you start with a blank sheet of paper, or you get to really determine how you want to put this together. And so we started with wanting to have a no compromise hybrid. And to do that, we needed to find a home early on for the battery pack. As you can see in this cutaway here, the battery pack is located underneath the second row seating, but outside of the passenger compartment. So really big and on our minds throughout the whole development process was we can't have this hybrid. It needs to be no compromise like the rest of the Explorer. So it starts with the battery pack outside that compartment, not trading off any package space, any cargo space, and then building from there. The other benefit you get by putting the battery pack down below is you get a lower center of gravity. That's going to help you when you're towing. And then the thing I personally like about having the hybrid is, which is available on our Limited, is that you can go up to 500 miles in a single tank of gas. So when I'm out of the office, I want to get to my destination, I want to be off the grid, I want to explore where there's not a lot of people, and I don't want to be worrying about where's the nearest gas station. So the big thing with the hybrid is you can go up to 500 miles on a single tank of gas. That's really big for me and how I vacation. So I have Andy here from our team. I think he's going to take you a little bit more through the technology itself of the hybrid system.
Yep. So I'm Andy Schooner. I'm the hybrid transmission manager here at Ford Motor Company. As Scott stated, we start always with the battery and the high voltage battery. It's a 35 kilowatt high voltage battery. It is liquid cooled and thermally managed. We like to keep it in an optimal temperature operating range. Part of our system for managing thermal is that we have what's called an EGHR, or exhaust gas heat recovery system. And so you can see that we've got a heat exchanger off of the exhaust system that allows us to recapture heat and to get things up to temperature into their optimal operating zone as fast as possible. So again, it's all about efficiency when we talk about the hybrids. If we look at the hybrid powertrain itself, we start with the 3.3 liter naturally aspirated engine, and on that engine we have attached our 10-speed modular hybrid transmission, which includes a 35 kilowatt electric motor. Inside the electric motor there is a clutch, a disconnect clutch, that allows 4 modes of transportation. You can drive with your engine only, you can drive electric motor only, you can combine the two to give yourself a bit of a power boost, or you can recapture regenerative energy, which is taking the kinetic energy of the vehicle as it's slowing down, using the motor as a generator and filling the high voltage battery. Okay. All of that is part of our 10-speed architecture. So we take the 10-speed transmission that we have in all of our other products, we add the front module with the electric motor as I shown, and we have 90% part commonality between the two transmissions, which are both manufactured in our Livonia transmission plant.
While this vehicle is shod with Pirelli Scorpion Zero tires, another optional and pretty neat feature are the Michelin self-seal tires. They're lined with natural rubber sealant to withstand nail and screw punctures and also slow air leaks. So how long do you recommend before getting the tire officially replaced or what have you?
Well,
If you run
depends on the
over, say, a
level of
nail or
seal. So
something.
sometimes the seal is almost 100%, so it would take a while to get to the point where your TPMS light comes on. I mean, you may see the object in the tread and decide to go get it looked at, but worst case is we've got a air loss rate of 15 psi per week, and at that point you get the TPMS light, go get it repaired, and the repair procedure is the same as what tire shops are used to. They don't have any new procedures they have to get used to or adapt to. So a patch, as shown here, which is typical in tire shops and at dealers, can be used, and you're patched and on your way, and so you can get the full 50,000 mile life out of the tire.
Large screens are all the rage now, and the Explorer is equipped with a 12.3-inch digital cluster and a 10.1-inch touchscreen with Sync 3. B&O Premium Audio is available too, with 14 speakers and 980 watts. If that's not enough, wireless charging has been added, and that beautiful panoramic sunroof returns as well. Sliding captain's chairs are now standard, as is Ford Pass Connect with 4G LTE Wi-Fi for up to 10 mobile devices. And around back, the power liftgate is standard, and a power folding third row is available as well. Safety features are aplenty, as the new Explorer is also equipped with Ford's Copilot 360 and now includes blind spot monitoring for when you're towing a trailer. Active Park Assist 2.0 for parallel or perpendicular parking was rather cool as well, with the vehicle handling the entire procedure via the press of a button. Here's a demonstration.
And press and hold the parking button.
Okay, so you have to hold the button. As long as you hold the button, it stays activated. When you let it go,
the car would come to a stop.
Okay.
And the driver can use the brakes to slow the vehicle down or stop it. So right now I'm totally feet off. But if they want to, they don't feel comfortable with the speed, you could ride the brakes to slow it down, or you could use the brakes to totally stop the car.
That's pretty crazy. It has literally pulled into the parking space entirely by itself. And it's even back again.
Yeah, get us centered in the spot. All set, shifted to park for us. We're ready to get on with our day.
So, I guess you're wondering how it drives when you're in control. One of the things that Ford continues to emphasize with this new Explorer is performance. And on the road, that's definitely something that you notice right away. I drove a limited hybrid yesterday, and today I'm in a platinum trim. And right away you notice that the suspension is tuned a little more firmly than the 2019 model's suspension was. So you do feel some more imperfections in the road than you might have in last year's vehicle. That being said, you also notice that this vehicle drives a little more lively. It actually handles nice. And after a few miles of driving, that choppiness becomes normal and you honestly don't even notice it anymore. Ford used a number of technologies to help keep the cabin quiet, and while the hybrid's 3.3 liter makes decent power, this 3 liter EcoBoost engine, this thing makes good power. It's actually the same engine that's in the ST, it just makes slightly less power in this car. And speaking of the ST, this one is definitely the most fun. Ford is determined to get us to like sporty SUVs. For starters, this engine makes good power, and when you put it in sport mode, you can hear it. There's rev matching, and this is the only Explorer out of all the trims that actually has a different suspension than the others. It's firmer, and you can definitely feel the difference in the corners. The Edge ST was fine, but somehow this Explorer ST is more exhilarating. It must be the extra power. This particular car has the ST Street Pack Performance brakes, and like the Edge ST, its sporty demeanor can be toned down a bit with the twist of a dial. Now remember, the 2020 Explorer is designed to be a no-compromises type of vehicle, so we tested out some towing with a 24-foot boat on a 33-foot trailer, all total weighing about 4,800 pounds. And from a guy who doesn't tow that often, the Platinum's 5,600 pound max tow rating allowed for good power, decent braking, and plenty of confidence. And if you're more of a cabin in the woods type of person than a boat at the lake kind of person, the Explorer can handle that too, thanks to its intelligent 4-wheel drive with front axle disconnect. In fact, I did all of this in the hybrid. So there you have it, guys, a first look at the totally redesigned 2020 Ford Explorer. Now, as usual, fuel economy ratings haven't been released yet, but base price for a rear-wheel drive XLT starts at $36,375. So let us know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, by all means subscribe so you don't miss what we have coming up next. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics. Thanks for watching.